We're going to go there light. You don't want to go on a journey and then you're taking, you know, I don't know how many of you travel, but you get to the airport and they say you can only take so much pounds. And then you start searching around and wondering, what can I leave? What can I take? What should I do? What? So we're going to start working on this journey. And the first thing we want to do is talking about finding balance. And the only way really to find balance is to create it. There is no other way to find balance except to create it. Create the balance you need in your life. That balance with friends, your health, your career, your family. You must be deliberate in your attempt to find and create this balance that you need in your life. This is the only way that you are going to be well. And so, your goal today, I want you to tell yourself that your goal is to move from unconscious to conscious living, to building that life where you don't need a vacation from. How many of you, like me, find yourself constantly saying, I need a vacation? I need a break. But guess what I find? It doesn't matter if I decide I need a break and I take one, because wherever I go, guess who's there? There I am. Stressful me, tired me, miserable me, but I'm on a vacation and I'm paying for it too. And that's the hard part, right? And so when you think of it, it requires that we don't need a vacation, if we're honest. We start looking at conscious living. Conscious living. The mind is a funny thing. And the mind, if we really look at it, is so deep. I look at it as a vast repository, and it allows you to just do away with, rid of feelings, things you don't want to deal with. You could just push it to the back of your mind, right? How many of you that describes you? You push things to the back of your mind, and unpleasant thoughts arrive. You push that to the back of your mind. I don't want to deal with that. Let me distract myself. Something you know you have to deal with, push that to the back of my mind. And you develop this pattern to the point where your life becomes a series of unconscious choices, behavior, and you're only doing those things that allows you to cope, to get by. But right behind that veil of unconscious living that we insist on is that is the many thing the are the many things that we push here. And guess what? Sometimes they push back. Sometimes they push back to the point where it feels overwhelming. And I've known people who have what they call a nervous breakdown. You know what a nervous breakdown really is? And please use the chat and let's talk. You may not be able to talk live if you don't feel like, but you could just use the chat and drop. You know what a nervous breakdown really is? I'm not a psychologist, but I believe a nervous breakdown is the result of years and years of unconscious living, not dealing with the things that we know how to deal with. Years and years of putting up a facade, of pretending that our lives are glorious and we are doing well. For many years, I lied to myself about how well I was doing. That's what I told myself. I was doing well. I was not doing well. What I was doing was coping. What I was doing was pushing things to the back of my agenda, things that really should be dealt with. But they're uncomfortable and they're difficult and it takes time. And who wants to deal with these difficult circumstances and situations and conversations? Those are some big ones. But conscious living requires that we do just that. And it's the only way that we will be rid of these emotional baggages that we carry around So